name's Liz and I sell on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari, and I have a thrift haul today. So I was actually in Florida for about 2 weeks and I ended up going to a few thrift stores, but I also went to the Goodwill outlet in, I think it was like the Fort Lauderdale area, and I bought about 35 pounds of stuff from there, and then I ended up taking the vast majority of it to a few different buy-sell trade stores to I didn't want to have to carry home 35 pounds of stuff, but overall it was very bread and butter things that I would typically take to the buy-sell trade stores. I found very few great things. So I have the things that I bought from the buy-sell trade stores and a few other thrift places that I visited while I was down there. And then at the end, I'm gonna just briefly tell you how much I got from the different buy-sell trade stores and kind of a light description of what I brought them. So let's dig in. Okay, so first I'm going to show you a couple things from the bins that I didn't end up bringing to the buy-sell trade stores. So one here is this bra. I mostly grabbed it because it was brand new. The brand is HSIA. Not familiar with it, but it's a 38 double D, so a good size. We'll see, I haven't listed that yet. I did get one decent pair of jeans from the bins, and these are frame. Now they are the Le Skinny Day jean, which I don't pay up for anymore, but I will grab at the bins for sure, especially since I wasn't really finding anything good. These have some light distressing on them. Now I did try and take these to the buy-sell trade store just to see if they would take them. Most of the time they won't take skinny jeans, but I do occasionally see my Platos have better brands in skinny jeans, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Then I have a pair of Lululemon leggings. They have a coat in them, so they're not super old, but they do have the mesh down the leg, which isn't as popular of a style anymore. You kind of see, but I also tried to take these to the different buy-sell trade stores, and I think between the mesh and they could really use a little bit of sweater shaving, none of them took them, and I didn't have my sweater shaver with me on vacation. And then I grabbed this too because it was brand new. It's a Christmas stocking from Victoria's Secret. Not something I've ever sold before, but figured it could be fun to give this a shot. It retailed for $28, so people like weird things from Victoria's Secret, so we'll see if anyone wants that. And then these are a pair of Lafayette 148 maternity jeans. So I have definitely never sold anything maternity from this brand before. They wanted $8 at the Goodwill for them. They are like a skinny jean style, and let's see, is there a size? They are an XL, so great size. I honestly have no idea how those will do, but like I said, I wasn't finding great brands, so I thought those were interesting. And then I found two Little Sleepies bamboo pajamas. One I have in my buy-sell trade store bag because it was a little more worn, but this one was good enough for me to sell, so I will list that one. And if the other one doesn't go the next time I go to Once Upon a Child, then I'll list it too. I think they were different sizes, or I maybe would have bundled them, but then these were one of the first things I found when I walked in, and they're new with tags Sweaty Betty, and they are padded bicycle leggings. So the pattern's a little crazy. but these retailed for like $125 or something like that. So especially since they were brand new, I definitely grabbed them. They're an extra small, and I didn't see too many comps for this. Like, I think it was kind of a limited style that Sweaty Betty did, so I have to research those a little bit more. And then the last thing from the bins that I have here is a New Tags shapewear. The brand is Comfort by Real. Not familiar with it, but it has a $48 retail price on it. So I will list those. New Tag ones usually do halfway decent. I lied, I actually have a few more things from the bins. So this is a J. Crew shirt. Kind of like a, you know, work blouse style in this really cute bright pink. It's old, it's from 2012, but it's kind of just a classic style. I will list that one. Then this was mostly a fun Y2K pickup. So this is from Pink, and I don't think they put ages on their stuff, but it's definitely old. So I think it's a skirt, and it has pink across the back. I mean, it could be a tube top, but I'm pretty sure it's a mini skirt, and I think that the Y2K people will like this. So that was fun. And then I found a pair of figs. They wanted $6 in Goodwill for them. These are a small tall. They're in the gray jogger style. So I have sold quite a few figs. Gray is good because that is probably a fairly common color that people need to wear. You know, if you don't get to choose which colors you wear. So like sometimes I've seen them in stores and they're like a crazy color, and I pass on them sometimes because I figured that's a smaller audience, but gray should be good. And this is the best thing I found, assuming I can get all the stains out. So I haven't tried yet because I didn't have enough like cleaning supplies with me. So they have, I'm not sure what it is. It could be chocolate. I'm not sure. So these are boutique Moschino, size 4 white shorts. So with them being white, I'm hoping that if just some OxyClean doesn't help, I can get it out with bleach, because otherwise they're in great condition and really cute. So that was a surprise designer find. Hopefully they end up being usable. So that is everything from the bins that didn't get sold to the buy sell trade stores. This is stuff that I found at Goodwill's. So I found a pair of Roller Rabbit pajamas. So these are adult size, and they have like beach scenes on them. So really cute, short sleeve and shorts. They're in great condition. I paid $10 for them, which is definitely more than I would normally pay for pajamas, but I imagine I should get at least $60 for those. That same store, I got this. The brand is Mary Marshmallow, which is probably just a boutique brand, but I love to pick up caftans, and they usually do really well for me. I don't find them super often in New Jersey, but in South Florida I found a couple. So this one is really fun. It has like a slit in the center of the skirt. I think I listed this for about $50, and it has a few likes already. A different Goodwill, I grabbed this Anthropology dress, and it is an XL, and it is almost caftan style too, but has this fun pattern on it. It is a shirt dress, so it buttons all the way down, and it's like midi length. It's really pretty and a pretty current Anthropologie piece, and with it being an XL made it even better. I did pay $15 for this one, but I really liked it. So, and then from another Goodwill, I grabbed this pair of Tory Burch sneakers. They have like a platform, and then this part is satin with like these big chunky shoelaces. They were only asking $10, which was kind of like their normal shoe price, and they're in really good shape. Thought those were really cute. The only signs of wear is like a little bit right at the edge here, but I think those were really cute. And then the only other pair of shoes I got was in this random thrift store, are these Farm Rio Havana flip-flops. So I've sold one pair from this collab before. I only paid $3 for these, which was fun to find. They're definitely brand new, no wear, and they are a size 9-10. Then after the bins, I was mostly intending to bring my stuff to Platos and Once Upon a Child, but right around the corner from the bins was an Uptown Cheapskate, which we don't have in my area. So I'd only been in one other one. So I wasn't fully like aware. I didn't know I was going to it. But if I had been, I would have probably picked up a few different things at the bins that I passed on, because I wasn't expecting to go to a store that took some more mature styles. So like I saw a couple Michael Kors things at the bins, which I don't usually sell, and like Plato's isn't gonna take. So like just off the bat, and like some other linen things maybe. So if I do this again, I would have that in mind with the Uptown Cheapskate. So I did pick up 3 things there though that I was pretty excited about, and they had just the craziest designer pieces, like from Chanel to just 50 pairs of Jimmy Choos, and tons of designer dresses. And they didn't have a crazy amount of bags, but they had so many shoes. And like if you're looking for designer stuff for yourself, the Uptown Cheapskate in Fort Lauderdale, highly recommend. But so the prices on that stuff was for the most part way too high for me to not sit there and like look up a million things. But these 3 pieces I did check, because a couple of the brands I wasn't familiar with. So this is, I'm guessing Rojaber, I don't know. So this is like a satin dress. It is brand new. It retailed for around $400, I believe. It actually has like this little zipper here, so you can make it a V-neck if you wanted to. It's cute. The style is the candy, and there is a decent number, maybe like 10 of this style listed, and only a handful sold, but there was only one other one of my size listed, and it wasn't new with tags. So I like to try new brands. It's not one I've ever seen before, so we'll see how that does. And then couldn't not pick up some Lilly in South Florida. So this one, I think I paid $20 for that dress. And this one was one of the more expensive pieces. I did pay $35 for this, but it's a maxi dress and new with tags. So I know that Lilly maxi dresses do the best of most of their pieces, and this one is from like 2023. So it's the Moana maxi dress, and this has like 6 likes already. So I am confident I will make plenty of money back on that. I paid $35 for this one, if I didn't say that. And then this one was probably the most exciting. This is another caftan style dress, and the brand is Asha by Ashley McCormick. Probably not a tag you'll come across too often, but this dress retailed for $4.95, and it's this beautifully embroidered maxi shirt style caftan. I'll put in the picture of someone wearing it so you can see it better. But all the dresses from this brand retail for crazy money. They're beautifully made. I think it's a South Florida brand, so like I wouldn't expect to find this many other places. But size large, I think I paid $25 for this, and I'm expecting to get somewhere between $150 and $200 for that one. So that was probably my best find of the week. So that was exciting. And then I went to a Once Upon a Child, and I have to say they took almost everything I brought. I think they gave me back 3 pieces out of all. I think they took 35 or something like that. I have the stats, I'll read them after. But I bought 2 pieces from them. This one is Beaufort Bonnet Company, which is a southern brand that I don't find very often here. So that's what I was looking for. I was hoping to find a couple smocked pieces. I paid $10 for this. It has these little fish on it. Super cute. And then the other one is a smocked dress. And I was expecting to see a few more, but maybe not as popular in Florida. But this one is from Lil Cactus, which I have sold once before. It's the pink cross bishop dress. And it has the little crosses, would be great for Easter, so I'm definitely going to get it listed soon. Or like, you know, I guess you could wear it for a christening or communion for your siblings, something like that, but really fun. I love smocked stuff, and I don't find it enough in New Jersey. And then the rest of the stuff I have is from 2 different Plato's closets. So I found a lot of Agolde. This is 1 pair of jeans. These are the Mia style, and they're just like a light wash, straight leg, high rise. Agolde is a great brand of jeans to come across. And then this is House of CB, which I have sold a few times, and it has done amazing every time. So this is like a satin cocktail dress in brown. It has like a super high slit, and I think I have this listed for $150. So great dress brand, and it always gets a lot of attention in my closet. And then the last piece from that store was a raincoat, and this is the symbol for the company. It's Lole, L-O-L-E, I think that's how you say it, but it had this in it, which interested me, and I didn't realize that that's what the company was. At first, I like just Googled the Lay Piper rain jacket, and then I realized you might be able to see it better here. But this jacket retails for $160. The only thing is I was having a really hard time figuring out what color this was. Like, it wasn't matching any of the colors that I was seeing, so I haven't listed this one yet just because I want to try and be able to tell someone, because someone may be looking for something specific. But I'm hoping to get like $60 for this. It's in great condition, and I paid $16 for this. I think the House of CB dress was $20, and the jeans were like $16. My last little pile of things is some jeans and this. So this is from the brand Base, which is like luggage or bags. So this, I believe I have to look it up. I paid $12 for this. I don't know if they're like sold as a set or if they clipped 3 separate base pieces together. But there's this little wristlet in like a nylon material. And then this that is kind of like a coin purse style. And this one still has like the padding inside of it. And then this is like a little card holder, but it has like a scrunchie attached to the back. So I'm hoping that these are all like 3 separate pieces and I can break them up and sell them that way, because I think I'll get more for that. But this brand, the couple times I've found it, has been very quick selling for me. And then the last 3 things are some jeans. So we've got another pair of Agolde, and these have the crossover waistband, which has been super popular the last couple years. I paid $25 for these. The only downside is they're size 23. But the crossover style, like all the comps were like in the 60 to 80 range. So even with it being a 23, I think I'll still do well with them. And then the other pair of Agolde, these are a 24. They are the pinch style, and they're not quite skinny. I would say they're more of like a cigarette style, but very high rise, good wash. So, and I paid $18 for those. And then the last pair of jeans are Silver Lake, which I have never found before, so I was excited to come across those. These are also a 23. So someone donated their best jeans, you know, but these have some distressing, and they're also on the skinnier side, but I think I should still get in like the $80 range for these, which is crazy. So I don't think these have a name or a style number, but I was excited to find them for the first time, and these were only $15. So now, if you're interested, I'm going to share what the different buy sell trade stores gave me and what they bought for me. So I'm looking at my computer, but Uptown Cheapskate took 9 items from me, and they gave me $31.25, which I just put back into buying the few things that I got there. So they took a Lululemon tank, PacSun men's bathing suit, a men's short sleeve rag and bone button down, a Future Collective, which is Target, New Tags skirt, a Fashion Nova New Tags men's t-shirt, a Brandy like kimono, Brandy Melville, a Banana Republic New Tags, I don't know if it was men's or women's, but sweater, an Altered State New Tags shirt that was like sparkly and had a graphic about Nashville on it. And then one more thing that I can't for the life of me remember what it was. So I don't think that that was a great payout for what they took, honestly. I was expecting a bit more for that. So their prices in the store were kind of expensive. So I don't know what like percentage they give you, but it had to be pretty low. But I was glad that they took a few men's things because Plato's can be iffy on that. Then I went to 2 different Plato's. So the first Plato's I went to, bought 6 items for $15, which is pretty low, but none of it was like great stuff. So they took a Miami University t-shirt, a Girlfriend Collective sports bra, an All in Motion, which is Target sports bra, a Hollister white crop top, a black New Tags, like probably Amazon brand, like little crop top, and then a pair of Fabletics activewear shorts. And then the second Plato's, which the first Plato's had all of the items that the second Plato's bought and passed on. So that's why I always recommend going to at least a couple different ones, or at least bringing the stuff back a second time to a store, because it really just depends on who's looking at it. So the second one, I got them to take 9 items for $36.25. And they took a green backpack. It didn't really have a brand on it, but it was cute. A pair of Zara denim shorts, a Hollister maxi dress, a Wild Fable like poofy mini dress, a Universal Thread jumpsuit, a TLA t-shirt. TLA I think is Anthropology, a Zara like knitted mini skirt, a Brandy Melville dress. It's like the most common Brandy dress, and then a Free People thermal long sleeve shirt. And then the Once Upon a Child was far better of a payout than anything I get at my Once Upon a Child, so that was interesting to see. But they took 23 out of 26 items, and they gave me $42.75. So they took a Cat and Jack tank top, a Janny and Jack crocheted bodysuit, which was really cute. I probably should have listed that one myself, but it's fine. An Old Navy muslin romper, an All in Motion tie-dyed sweatshirt, Columbia like active shorts, this little romper from like a no-name brand with strawberries on it, a Hannah Anderson long sleeve t-shirt with space stuff on it, a pumpkin gingham romper that kind of looked like overalls that you'd put like a shirt underneath, a mud pie t-shirt that had like a 3D little like mouse on it, Zara rib knit pants, Zara pink skinny jeans, a Disney Minnie Mouse cardigan. It wasn't like Disney Parks, it was like Target Disney or Walmart Disney, Cat and Jack skinny jeans, a Zara sweater vest, a Hurley girls bathing suit, Zara khaki pants, a Japna matching set with tank and pants, Zara sweat shorts, Cat and Jack tie-dyed maxi, a t-shirt with like pink and white checkers and smiley faces on it, a Primark floral sweatshirt, and Zara denim shorts. So I was super happy with especially the Once Upon a Child, but all of it, it kind of worked in my favor because I went to stores that I wouldn't necessarily pick to thrift in, and traded in for some great things. I brought home far less than if I had brought home all that stuff and then took it to my buy sell trade stores, but I did actually bring home the stuff that didn't get picked up. And my Platos took a pair of cargo pants so far that they didn't take down there, so that's another item sold. But overall, from just the buy sell trade, and that's not like accounting for trades and stuff, I made from the things I sold $125.25, and at the bins for everything I only paid $66. So I doubled my money almost from just bringing things to the buy sell trade stores, and then on top of that I have all this other stuff to list that is much better quality things. So I would call it a success, and it was really fun to do that. If I go back, I will do it again probably, or when I go back. But I think I'm gonna try the West Palm Beach Goodwill outlet next time. I think they call it like the bargain bin, but I haven't been to that one before, and maybe it'll be a little better than the one in Fort Lauderdale. But overall, really happy with how everything went, and I hope this was a little interesting for you to see, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.